Hey, saw this article on Bloomberg about Trump's potential China tariffs if he gets reelected. Got me thinking.
Oh yeah? More tariff talk? Feels like we've been here before.
We have, but this piece really digs into the ambition versus reality of it all. It's pretty serious.
Serious? With tariffs? Always ends up being a messy spreadsheet and maybe a trade war headache. What's the angle?
Basically, his rhetoric is super aggressive, talking really high tariffs again.
Shocker. And the reality part?
Article says the path to actually implementing and achieving the goals is incredibly rocky, significant hurdles.
Figures. Remember last time? Lots of noise, mixed results, and some unexpected pain points.
Exactly. It highlights potential negative impacts right here on the U.S. economy, not just on China.
Yeah, the whole tariffs or taxes on consumers thing. People tend to forget that part until prices jump on everyday stuff.
Right. And the sheer complexity of negotiating this stuff. It's not a simple slap a number on it situation.
Negotiation with those kinds of demands sounds less like negotiation, more like, well, you know.
The article uses phrases like difficult path ahead and questions the likelihood of achieving the desired outcomes.
So the big, ambitious plan might just hit a wall of economic and political reality.
Seems like it. It's not as simple as just slapping on 60% or some other headline-grabbing figure.
I mean, who even comes up with these specific high numbers? Is there a dartboard involved in trade policy?
Probably involves some complex economic modeling, or maybe just a gut feeling that sounds strong. Hard to tell sometimes from the outside.
Gut feeling economics, my favorite kind. So what are the biggest hurdles they spell out?
It talks about supply chain disruptions, inevitable retaliation from China, and how it could genuinely hurt American businesses and consumers.
Ah, the classic trade war boomerang. You throw it at them, but it curves back and whacks you too.
Pretty much. The article makes a strong case that the cost to the U.S. might significantly outweigh the benefit they're aiming for.
And the benefit is what exactly? Getting China to completely restructure its economy overnight?
That seems to be the ambition, but the reality is China has its own leverage, its own priorities, and its own economy to protect.
True. They won't just roll over because we put tariffs on, well, everything.
The article suggests achieving those outcomes through tariffs alone is highly unlikely. It requires complex, multifaceted strategies.
Which sounds like work and diplomacy, things that don't always fit nicely into a 30-second soundbite.
Exactly. The gap between the campaign rhetoric and the actual governing challenge seems huge here.
It's like promising you can build a skyscraper by just stacking bricks really fast. You need foundations, plans, engineers, permits.
And don't forget the zoning laws. So the article is basically saying the Make Tariffs Great Again plan faces some serious real-world friction?
That's a good summary. It's a reality check on the feasibility and the potential negative consequences.
It makes you wonder if the people pushing this have actually run the numbers on the downsides for specific industries or consumers.
The article implies the economic analysis isn't as straightforward or as positive as the proponents might suggest, right?
That's the sense I got. It relies on analysis from economists and market watchers who see the practical difficulties.
So for businesses, it's probably a lot of uncertainty right now, waiting to see if they need to completely reshuffle their supply chains again.
Definitely. That uncertainty is costly. Businesses absolutely hate uncertainty.
It's like playing poker where the dealer keeps changing the rules mid-game. Hard to plan your hand.
Pretty much. And the stakes are pretty high for everyone involved, from big corporations to small importers.
So is there any scenario where this could work out well? Or is the article just pure doom and gloom?
It doesn't dismiss the goal of addressing trade imbalances, but it's very skeptical about tariffs being the silver bullet, especially at the proposed levels. It suggests other tools are needed.
Okay, so ambition high, reality grounded, maybe even stuck in the mud.
That seems to be the takeaway. A lot of talk, a lot of potential pain, and no guarantee of the desired outcome.
Sounds like a classic case of economic policy meeting the messy real world.
Yep, the article is a good reminder that trade policy has real, complex consequences beyond the headlines and rally speeches.
Well, thanks for sharing. Gives a bit more perspective than just hearing the numbers thrown around.
No problem. It's one of those things where you really need to look beyond the surface level promise.
Agreed. The devil, as they say, is in the tariffs. Or the details. Probably both.
Good one. Stay tuned for the next episode of As the Global Economy Turns.
Will do. Hopefully it's not a cliffhanger where we all lose our shirts or our supply chains.